Alright, this is going to be a revisit on the 1984 Carrier Sierra series. People on Jordan's channel may have not seen this unit yet. I got this in October of 24 and it has been fired up since then. So it's a 17.9 15 amp plug. It is actually really clean. Still got some house paint I gotta get off the front panel. But there's basically no rust in here whatsoever. The coil rack. So 17.9, we'll call it 18, rated for 10 amps, R22. That's a Bristol H22B compressor on there. Coolest thing about it, that right there. It's got a variable speed fan on it, or solid state.
It's made in Mexico. It's probably a very good quality motor too.
Yeah. GE had some good stuff from that plant. Copper to aluminum joint. Not crazy about it, but I haven't seen one fail yet. So I got the space heater going too, so we got a little bit of a heat load.
The ambient temperature is currently 66 degrees in here.
Alright, you ready? Start with the fan, I guess.
Okay. Seems like the trim on that needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, for sure.
I assume that should not go all the way off.
Oh, I need the cap.
Well, those switches have a low setting adjustment to them. So if this is allowing it to turn off, you can hear the motor cut off completely. Yeah. So there's nothing. This whole range here is doing nothing. This is not set up correctly.
Alright, so we gotta look into that because there's no way it's gonna run on a hot day like that. Yeah, see, it's just barely moving.
Yeah, so this control needs to be adjusted so that this is probably as low as it'll go, you know, or whatever value you want to set. This should not be able to go all the way off like that. There's going to be a minimum reasonable setting to put it at, and it's allowing it to go way below that.
Gotcha. Yeah, last time this ran, it did not do that, so.
That's probably like a acceptable low for a cool night or something.
Yeah, without frosting the coil up, maybe. I think it's 4-row stick. It's all the coils are aluminum. So, yep. Anyway, I'll get you over by the compressor.
Well, I guess we can just turn the fan off because it's not correct.
Yeah.
motor is always going to sound like garbage because it's running on a solid state speed control. That's the effects of it. So it doesn't necessarily indicate that the cap is going bad. We have to check it.
But long term, it's not doing damage.
No, it's not doing any damage. That's a common misconception because it sounds that people say, oh, it's ruining them. It's not. You're getting a garbage power factor and you're getting a lot of noise. It's not a good way to regulate motor speed, but it's not going to break the motor. That's scorching hot already.
Ice cold coming back. Ice.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it does.
This is very cool with the variable speed control. I like that. And just satisfied because this is recirculating. Very good airflow out the back.
Yeah, look at the size hole on there.
Well, that fan probably generates very good static pressure, which is what you need to force air through a coil. The carrier knew what it was doing. That fan wouldn't be designed that way for no reason. The carrier was very, very good equipment. I suppose what we should do is we should look at a couple of the 3-speed units and find out what the low speed RPM is, and probably adjust the speed control to be that. Probably 850 I would think is a solid low.
Yeah, for 1.5 ton.
Yeah. You can already hear the head pressures going up at this speed, and it's 65 degrees in here. It's under no load. So this is, whatever this is, it's too low. I don't remember how many blades are on that ridiculous fan, but if I grab the tachometer, we can try to get an RPM measurement on the motor. We'll have to count the number of blades to be able to calculate it, though.
Oh, is that short side one?
Count the number of blades on the fan.
Let's see.
There's got to be at least 10 of them on there.
Yeah, something like that. It's not a WCI though.
No, I think WCI takes the cake on that one.
Yeah. 7.
That's it?
8.
10?
8.
8. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll use a digital tachometer, and we just have to divide the number this gives us by 8, and that will be our RPM.
Okay.
it at a lower speed, I don't know if that'll make a difference or not. That's not picking up anything. Sometimes the material the blades are made of makes a difference too. If this doesn't have any reflective properties whatsoever, then it's not going to work.
I don't think it does.
I agree with that.
That's probably why. Just as basic as it gets. Plastic.
Well, if we want to revisit this, what we can do is put a piece of reflective tape on one of the blades, and then we can get the measurement that way.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good.
We'll need like duct tape, metal duct tape.
Yeah.
You have any on you?
Oh, on me? No.
You have any in the car?
I don't think I have any in the car either.
I don't think I have any here either.
Crap. Well, yeah, next time we can put something on one of the blades.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to use it, I mean, I definitely want that variable speed fan control.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you know how to set it in a reasonable level, but if someone else was to use it, you want to set the control up so that it can't be set in an invalid configuration.
Right.
Which, no fan is an invalid configuration.
Right. Well,
This would be a real nice bedroom piece on those humid summer nights, though. Be able to turn it down that low.
yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it doesn't have continuous duty, but I could make something
Well,
work
yeah,
for
we
that.
can fix that.
That's easy. 90s Federer thermostat. Let's get this coolant back on there.
So this is a very interesting one. I wonder what the low setting from the factory was on that speed control.
I'd love to know. The wiring schematic is not going to say it.
No, it's not going to tell you. And we don't know if a switch has ever been tampered with.
All I have on here is 1100 RPMs, which is probably the highest.
Correct.
There's no way it's not, but yeah. A little bit shattery there.
Yeah, it don't sound the greatest since started. Well, the oil hasn't flowed through the system in how many months now?
14, 15.
Yeah, so it probably just needs to be re-lubricated. It's also possible the inside of that compressor is still cold. That's a lot of mass.
Yeah. I'm sure it is. And it's got all that cold gas coming back real quick as the fan is
Yeah.
low. Needs to run. Last time I tested this, it was about the same temperature too. About 65. If it goes in my garage, we'll see some hot days.
How big is the garage?
Oh, like 180 square feet. There's no insulation there. And it'd be something I just put on the floor, close the garage door on it, go with the other way. Yeah, it's still cold. The heater's right on it, that's fucking annoying.
Well, the heater's only 5,000 BTU,
Right.
so that's, I mean, it's not even touching it compared to the unit's capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess that the factory low configuration for that fan was probably around 800 to 850 RPM.
Gotcha. That sounds reasonable for that capacity.
I really wish we could tell what the stinking...
I'm curious to throw it in the sleeve, put the grill on and see how wide it is. Okay, I have some of it. Oh.
Alright, put a piece of tape on one of those blades.
Alrighty.
This should work with that thing, I think.
Has to.
Well, it doesn't have to. Nothing around here has to work.
Well, it doesn't.
Except for us. We have to work, nothing else ever does.
Well, we're living somebody's dream.
Hopefully this works.
Oh, yeah. No, I need to get some more of this stuff for duct work.
Yeah, it's probably you don't have any on the end. So I would just put that, just put it like, you know, somewhere right around in there, just so that as it goes around, I can,
On the hub,
I
on
can
the
hit
blade?
the laser on it. Yeah, like on the inside of the hub there. Yeah, right there is good.
Put it there.
'Cause I just need to be able to get this laser on that
Yeah.
for every RPM.
Alright. Give it a whirl.
Just put it right around there.
Yeah?
Okay, great.
Okay.
Let's see if that works now.
Probably it's not picking it up.
No, it is now.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So that is,
And that's the lowest without it cutting off?
no, I don't know where it is set.
Alright. Well, it'll give us a rough idea.
This is giving me all sorts of kooky readings here. I think about 365 is what that is in RPM, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say,
For a 1.5 ton, that size coil, that's...
I'm gonna say that's your low, around there.
Yeah, you weren't kidding about it sounding like garbage.
Come on. This is a very cool tool to have, but it sure is a nuisance to operate. Can't see the screen, that's half the problem. You know what? Duh. We don't have any more lights in here. Stupid. That's about 530, so
I
it'll go
wonder if
off
I put the grill on if that would make a difference.
to what?
Straight through the airflow.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna be able to get the reading with the grill on. What is that? I don't want to hear that anymore. Is it something in the control panel or is it what? There's gotta be something in that control panel.
Yep.
It's 660,
Okay.
so,
Now, where is that between hush and high?
like 80% there. So this is totally out of calibration.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm basing the sound off the Carrier XC. And I think that's quieter than this.
She's a little bit of a screamer, that's for sure.
Well, we're also testing it without it in the wall. So it might be much quieter in the wall.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. Won't be able to test it.
It's 738.
Okay.
That's 800 right there. So I would say somewhere around there is where you're going to want to set the low.
Yeah, because I don't want to run it any lower than that. I mean, that head pressure's going to be through the roof.
Yeah, it would be.
I don't even know if I can get this on without the sleeve, but it might be a direct airflow away from the thermostat.
Maybe I get a better test run out of it. I think that it would be pretty quiet if it wasn't for all the condenser noise.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah, it did go up quite a bit in speed.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would have expected that.
I'm gonna kind of sit here for now.
Yeah, it's not going to change the effect of the control. It's still totally out of calibration. That is cold. Yeah, the compressor kind of sounds like garbage.
Bristol, I mean, it's
That's kind of typical for Bristol, though.
yeah.
No, it's definitely no Rotorex.
Yeah, pretty off balance on high.
Yeah.
I
But
don't,
it's
like that. I don't like that at all.
It's a ball bearing motor though, so nothing to worry about really.
Yeah, but as far as the pipes go, I mean, I'm gonna have to strap something down.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they're not touching anything.
You got something we can put on top here just to hold it?
Actually yes, I have exactly what we need. Stand over here, this is much nicer.
I don't like this side, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
First time I ever used one of those things.
Good use for it.
Yeah, I knew it would come in handy for something someday.
Yeah.
Let's check the RPM again. $768. Yeah, this is really useful to have at the time. Only $20. Might as well get one.
Yeah,
Throw it in your toolbox.
Yeah, sure.
Probably won't use it much in the field, but in a hobby level, it's interesting to have.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I can hear all the little circles.
It's also not flat. This floor is not level.
Yeah.
It's actually considerably
Reciprocating
not level.
is not like that. Yeah, if it wasn't for the ugly white paint.
Is the insulation missing from the inside? I noticed this is getting very, very cold too. It's going to be
I'm gonna have to put new insulation.
it's going to be a problem when it's humid out. It's probably getting the temperature, I mean the control zone cold too.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably somewhere around what the factory low would have been.
I can see that.
But for 18,000, I think that's actually very quiet. Today.
Sometime. Cool. Oh wait.
Oh, maybe the thermostat broke. Something might be busted here. Is that heater still on?
Yeah, it's very well still on.
Maybe it's just not getting to the control panel anymore because the cover's on.
Then we're back to the recirculation.
Well, apparently the recirculation issue still exists to some degree. I think it was you get to the control panel.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good now.
Yeah, let's start with
It's got very good adjustability to the register.
Yeah. I mean, this plastic is, quarter inch thick.
Yeah. Pretty solid. There's definitely no recirculating with the setup that way.
No. All the modern units have that because they can't deflect the louvers anyways.
Yeah. Stupid, useless, ovular things you just turn a left to right. Got a moron thought that was a good idea. None of these air conditioners have any of that stupid ovular trash inside of them.
Nope. All of that here.
Especially not in the Rotorex ones.
That's a nice biscuit.
Yeah, it's getting better.
And it's quiet for one too.
Yeah, reasonable. The other thing you might want to do is add insulation on the suction line, because that's going to be dripping on the compressor all the time,
It's gonna ride that.
which is such a stupid design.
Yeah. I don't know why you need suction going on top.
It's low side housing. It's not a hot running compressor. You don't need water dripping on it.
It's cooled by the superheated vapor that comes back. That's all it is.
The housing is literally full of cold gas during operation. It doesn't need any more cooling than that.
Especially, I mean, that tag is legible right now up close. I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, it won't be for long with that
So-
stupid design.
Yeah, it's hard to come across an H22B with that style. Probably for good reason. Hopefully it'll stay on now.
Oh, you're on the road now? What the heck was you doing that for? That's a long shift. Well, we're still wide awake now running air conditioners, so you never know. Yeah, he got here just before dinner.
Yeah, I have a Whirlpool, I have your Westinghouse, and I have that freaking thing that I tried to put back together for Brian. I figured it'd be good. I could have a good one there on the fucking down without my wife coming 35 and wanting to do something else.
Oh, that sounds like a good selection of equipment.
It'll be a good time. Yeah, so the reason I called you on freaking Thursday, when I said it wasn't an emergency, because it was not an emergency, I just freaking asked about it. You know that fast little fan that was in that grandparent's kitchen?
Yeah?
I got the front door and I got the motor house, but the fan itself was removed due to its rusting. Something was pretty, something silver in there.
Oh, that stinks.
It does stink, but if I could source out a freaking parts one on eBay or something like that, I can make a good one out. I have the front bezel. To me, that's probably the main thing. You got the front side, let you see.
Yeah, you probably can find a replacement fan for that. You know, ironically enough, here at my house, when I was working in the kitchen, I did find the guts to an old Newtone unit in the wall, and it was the same thing. The fan aspect was gone, and the housing was just stuck with insulation. So I guess that was a fairly common thing for people to do.
He said he forgot about it, but once he took it out, he remembered doing it. He apologized to me. It's like doing it. I said, you didn't know, it was 25 freaking years ago. What are you going to do? It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, at least you got the front grille, though. I mean, that's probably the most important part from an aesthetics perspective.
Yep. a pink stripper on it because they definitely painted it, but that's okay. I have the bezel too, and that's what I remember saying, so, yeah.
Yeah, when you called, I was having my cousin's birthday party over here.
Yeah, I guess I'll let you go. Maybe I'll see you tonight, maybe I'll see you in the morning, but you could just leave your freaking back door open for me.
Yeah, I'll leave it open, and the gate's gonna be closed, so you'll have to deal with that again.
That's fine, man.
Just beware when you go through, there are some Christmas lights that are draped above it, so don't get clotheslined as you walk through.
Yeah, I'm not going to break any of your stuff, man. It'll be alright.
Alright.
But, that being said, I guess I'll see you guys in a few hours, regardless.
Okay.
Alright, so, let's get a bit.
Alright, see you later.
Stinking Dave working all day. What's wrong with him?
14 hours.
That's a long shift.
Yeah. The whole top of the compressor's full.
Yeah, I can see it starting to sweat.
Does that look like oil spill in there to you?
No, that's from just now.
Oh, that just started.
Yeah. I mean, it was really cold. So, like, to the point where I was worried about, liquid slugging.
Well, that's almost a non-issue because the whole entire compressor housing would have to fill up with liquid before it does that. People say that all the time, well, it's going to get liquid. It's almost impossible for that to actually happen.
David Allen.
Well, he's told me that. That's the way it is. Because
The suction inlet for the actual mechanism is probably somewhere around here. So your whole entire apparatus would have to be full of liquid before it
can enter the compressor. So it's really unlikely. With rotaries and other things, it's a different design.
Yeah.
But with the reciprocating, it's not likely for that to ever happen. A rotary is high side housing, so your suction goes right to the mechanism. And that's why you have the accumulator. With a reciprocating, the accumulator is kind of like the entire housing.
Yeah, I didn't think about that before. I just know recips are not as forgiving in comparison to scrolls and rotaries if they start up in the cold. If the oil's thicker than maple syrup, I mean, you're gonna have problems. Long term. You start up once for 25 degrees, okay, cool, let it run long enough to heat up and get over it. Keep doing that.
This whole mechanism is still ice cold. It's below ambient temperature.
I haven't heard many reciprocatings chatter like that. That's kind of weird.
I think it's a Bristol thing.
Could be.
They are cheaper compressors, mechanically speaking, than Copeland and Tecumseh, especially Tecumseh.
Yeah.
I'd like to stay up till 4, but I don't know if I can do it.
I could, but I'll be sleeping till noon if I do. Which Russ might be anyway.
Dave too, because I mean, 14.
Oh, yeah, he gets to work all day. He's got to need some sleep. That compressor sounds really weird.
You hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear it.
Something was weird with that compressor.
Sometimes these things need a few hours to really iron out.
The problem is this is getting colder and colder as it runs.
That's literally what it feels like when you stick your head in the freezer.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
touching ice cube, it's the same temperature.
that's probably just a, 30, 40 degrees.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's flooding back. Suction pressure's really low.
I wonder if something's coming loose inside there.
I don't know, man. It's possible.
It doesn't sound right to me at all.
Bottom's cold too.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Certainly pumps fine.
Yeah. That's all I'm worried about. You know, it's crazy. I never got to see the Fedder's 2-ton run. Besides that, well, no, I had fire. I did when Alex was here. Well, but that had a similar thing going on with the whole compressor when you guys called like the section on it. That was all good.
I hope we can install it this summer so we can see it.
That'd be great.
It's going in that window we did.
Alright.
There are 2 trucks. It's really quiet in that system.
5 tons.
That compressor's got weird sounds. Like something's off filter as well, for sure. It's got a weird mechanical rhythmic phenomenon to it. I can't hear it anymore.
Nope, never mind.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
What's the trash can blasted out of the register?
Spitting at us.
Taking a lot of humidity out of the air, down to 23%.
that before?
I think 27. But I mean, to do anything at that low of a humidity level is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Usually don't see it pull down below 50s.
Well, that one will take it down into the low 30s. But that thing is not normal. That dehumidifies crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
That's an excellent machine.
I have the 14 in my kitchen window right now.
I wish that fit in the windows. It would be upstairs if it did. It don't fit in the windows. And the thing is so rotted out. I don't want to cut the wall with it because I don't know. I don't even trust the frame on it anymore.
Say for a Bristol, that actually sounds pretty healthy.
Now it does. This startup was much better. That cold?
That sounds a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
condenser was copper and the evaporator was aluminum. Because I guess they weren't sure about the high head pressure yet or something like that. So, well, apparently they figured it out. Yeah, the condensers used to be copper, those were evaporator, blah, blah, blah.
Getting a lot of humidity on there, considering how dry it is.
Yeah.
It's only 23%.
Imagine once we put a drain hole in it and it actually gets some good use on a good day.
Yep.
Like,
much longer you want to run it.
You can kill it.
That's up to you. You just might start getting water in there if you let it go too much longer. Got some cap tube issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not tied down very well.
We'll fix it.
This with the tech counter, it worked pretty good.
Still hear the gas.
Yep. Kevin would like the gas sound. But he's not here.
Well, if
He was invited.
yeah. This is a chance to see it run, because I mean, be stored away until it gets installed.
That's not the gas sound. That's the heater.
I'm tired. I gotta go smoke or something. So yeah, anyway,
Regardless,
Sierra Series test.
works pretty good. A
And,
very cool machine.
Yep. I wish more units had the variable speed fan.
Yeah, this is the first one I've ever seen in person that has it.
Yeah, it would sell like hotcakes if that was still around.
Do you think anybody really cares anymore?
Of course not.
It's too loud and low, medium and high nowadays. Piece of crap fan designs and stupid ovular looper. That's all you get nowadays.